Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Sharing the Scoop. And today I have with me is Ishita Shah. So hi Ishita, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm very good. So Ishita, can you please introduce yourself for our viewers?
Sure. As you all know my name, I would like to start with my background, like from this beginning. So I've done my schooling from Utpal Sangvi School, and I was simultaneously heavily invested into sports from the beginning. And I've also been like an athlete, a national level athlete. So then I pursued my commerce degree, and then I was a bachelor's in management studies. And since like after you finish your graduation, you have left with two options: either you work or you pursue your education. And I decided to, if I want to work, I wanted to do something of my own. And I realized that I have a skill set and knowledge of sports, and if I add it with nutrition, it'll be like a blast. So I pursued a course from American College of Sports and Nutrition, and then I was a nutritionist for 2 years. I was a corporate nutritionist. And then I realized that this is a great field, but I can manage something else with it. It can be done as a part-time thing. And also it can earn me my bread and butter, not my jam. So then I took up classes for CAT and CET, and I studied. I put my 100% into it, and I cracked my CET, and I'm a student in Wellinger College right now.
Amazing, amazing, and quite different. I mean, national level sports athlete, nutritionist, and then now MBA.
Trying to juggle everything.
Trying to juggle everything. Absolutely. So as you rightly said that you worked for a corporate nutritionist and things like that, and athlete and everything. What exactly made you think to go for MBA?
I always wanted I always wanted to pursue an MBA from the start, but I thought if I have to take a work ex, it better be something that I'm passionate about and I can discover things on my own. So after 2 years, I thought I should go for my MBA and like equip myself with some more skill sets for the corporate world.
Okay, okay. And what are the challenges that you have faced in this entire journey?
In this entire journey, I think while I was a budding nutritionist, I was facing challenges in building a brand or getting the knowledge about the market. But after that, I realized that when I took a step towards my MBA, challenges were competing with my classmates or like solving some questions. I was very weak at quant, basically, to be honest. So that was one major challenge. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And how you used to manage your preparation for all these MBA entrances? Why? Because you were
I
working,
joined,
you know.
yeah, I joined a coaching class, but my basic rule was don't shy away from asking for help because it is when you don't ask for help is that when you are in a loss. And my professors were really helpful. So I used to eat their head and sit after class to get over my weakness of quant, and they were pretty nice to me, and we got over it. I had logic and uh,
Verbal.
English, basically, they were my strengths, but quant was my weakness. So I got over it later on.
Amazing, amazing. And what are the entrances that you had written?
I had given CAT and CET, basically.
Okay, these were the only two that you have written. And
Yes.
you said that right now you're doing your MBA from Wellinkers. So
Yes.
you got into Wellinker via which exam? The CAT or
Via
C? Via CT?
CET.
PGDM or MMS?
I'm doing my PGDM in healthcare. So the good thing about Wellinger is that it has various fields apart from its MBA, PGDM course. There's like a healthcare, there's EBIS, there's rural. So if you're sure about what field you want to get into, you can get great domain knowledge in these 2 years. So that's so I was sure that I have a background in health, wellness and health. So I
Uh,
would, if I go in healthcare, it would be much beneficial for me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And since you said that you got into Wellinkers Healthcare via PGDM, do you remember your second stage preparation, which is GDPI? And if you
Yes,
remember
yes.
anything particular that they asked you about?
Yeah, I remember it like it happened yesterday. Actually, it was I was pretty nervous because I was like preparing it for it long, and it was the D day. So when I went, it was a pretty simple case study that they'd given us. But the thing was, however, the case study is, it matters what you contribute, what different perspective you get to the table that time. even if you don't understand the case study, it's very important after two or three people have spoken, you can reiterate their points or you can bring a different perspective into it. And that's what I learned from my GD.
Okay. Okay.
My PI was basically whatever I had put on the form or whatever I'm talking about myself. They wanted me to be thorough in what field I want to go into or what I'm talking about. So they were just assessing my knowledge and my like what is my how much do I read basically. They were asking me questions about the global questions that they were asking me.
Okay. Okay. And any particular thing about healthcare, since it's a niche field and you had a background also. Did they ask
Yes.
you anything about that?
Yeah, I would like to say I believe that two things can never go out of business are dawa and daru, first of all. So that's why I went for healthcare. And they did ask me things, they did not ask me things related to healthcare in specific. They asked me why, but they also asked me about my nutrition background, things like who was the Nobel Prize winner in the nutrition, like in this, who has won the Global Prize in this, things that I knew because I had read about it. So they wanted to know how well versed I am with what I'm doing.
Correct. Correct. Okay. Okay. And so right now you must be doing your internship in the first year, or
Yes.
you are done with the internship.
No, my internships are done.
So where did you intern, and what was that
I
experience
interned
was
at
like?
two places actually this summer. One was Nanavati Hospital, and one is a budding company called Nutrizy. So basically, it makes nutrition bars and protein bars. So it has just entered the market. So it has penetrated in the market. So there's a lot of growth opportunities in that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you've done two internships basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And can you tell us some more insights about Wellinger, which only a student would know, and
Yeah.
from outside we would not come to know?
Sure. So Velenka starts with basically they take for the first month, they make sure that you visit, like if I'm in healthcare, they made us visit pharmaceutical companies, they made us visit hospitals for to get warmed up to our field and to get a real perspective of what happens inside there. And we spoke to the like all the CEOs and VPs of the company. So we had the chance to, openly ask them questions, get guidance from them. And after that, the interesting thing, apart from the studies and the subjects, was that there was a 6 month GCL project that is called the Global Citizen Leader Project. So in that, they give us a problem statement of a real company, and you have to solve it and come up with solutions by doing a stakeholder analysis or doing a market research. So I got a project from Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which was like really helpful for me. In 6 months, we had to basically solve the whole project and present it to them. So we get a real idea of what's happening in the corporate and how do they solve it and everything. Yeah,
Amazing.
and then you do the internship and then followed by the placements.
Okay. Okay. And who should target Wellinger healthcare program? Any thumb rule that you have
Yeah.
got to know
I,
in the 1 year of your college?
I think three kinds of people can target this. Anyone who wants to get into the hospital domain, basically anyone who already has something related like pharma, or there are doctors in our courses that want to get into this. There are different kind of pharma executives that are doing this course. Second thing, if you want to get into the pharma industry, is because it's always budding and it's never going in depreciation. So you can always, if you want to get into the pharma. And third is health and wellness or FMCGs, because if you want to get into that, you can also take this course up.
Amazing, amazing. Any other extracurricular achievements of yours that you think worked in your favor throughout this journey, or in the interview of Wellinger Healthcare?
Yes. So I've always been involved in sports, as I said, but I also like to solve case studies or some competitions where you have to present an idea or anything. So I have won a couple of them. So that helped me in cracking the interview or also getting a perspective in life.
Amazing, amazing. Any pro tip, Ishita, for students who are preparing for their management entrances in this current year?
Sure. First of all, please maintain a balance. Don't go all stressed out about studies. Maintain a work-life balance. Secondly, please solve the papers. Like solving the papers gives you a reality test. And if you know that this is where you're lacking, work on that, and also keep sharpening your strengths, because at the end of the day you can't take your strengths for granted, you have to also polish them. And third thing is that please don't shy from asking for help. And also a general tip I would say is, if you're sure that you want to get into this field, or if you know that these are your strengths, see what is good for you and read about that field. The more knowledge you pile up in your head, that is going to be your power at the end of the day, later in the long run. Yes, that's
Amazing, amazing.
and
So
I would
Ishita,
yeah, yeah,
thank you so much for your time,
thank you so
and
much.
we had this wonderful session. All the very best for all your future endeavors, and
Thank
have a
you.
great day.
Thank you so much. Bye,
Thank
sir.
you. Bye bye.